Sorry, I look really disheveled because I haven't had a decent haircut in a long time. Jeez. Well, it is officially Saturday. It's 12:40 a.m. 12:39 a.m. on Saturday, August the 16th. 3 days prior to my 50th birthday. um I have nothing to give, but I didn't think I even had tears to give, but I still have tears to give because apparently there are still memories for me to lose. You know, when a person stops crying, it's because all the memories have seeped out of them. Wonderful World of Harry Potter and the Pensieve. Tears flow because those memories of times lost, not able to be recaptured or re-experienced and recreated within certain individuals, certain places. So I still have some memories left. There will come a day where I'm just gonna look blankly into space and there just won't be anything there to grieve, to feel. So 50 in Chinese, it's 51, and in Chinese you invite all your family. In Chinese you have like 100 people. It's actually not different from like holding a wedding banquet. Actually, it's a big milestone. So you rent out a restaurant and invite all your family and friends and celebrate in the biggest way possible. Me? I've tried. I've reached out to family. They're very Americanized. The baby sister's Americanized, and the middle sister, I don't know what's happening. I'm just kind of left in the dark about that, and I'm too far away to continue to get to cultivate a relationship, you know, to maintain that. Why did I even log on? I know I'm doing this all wrong. I'm supposed to do like 30-minute snippets and be super cute and, you know, do something like, yeah, and, you know, have a little catch. It's just me. And so those of you who don't know, I'm doing this on YouTube, but most of my stories are on Facebook, and I think I have it right now set to remove my whole legacy when I die. I'm sure Mark Zuckerberg would very much approve of that, because I did so many videos, and a lot of them were certainly noteworthy and memorable and clever and personable and informative. I just didn't think of that. I was doing that to stay in touch with family on the West Coast and, you know, other places, and just to also to continue to jog my memory of experiences that I've had, because I don't keep friends long, because when I lose touch with people, I'm not very good about staying in touch, and then after a certain number of years, the memories just all disappear. I don't remember a lot of what I've done with Brandon, but yet what remains is a really, really deep sorrow. And maybe it has nothing to do with Brandon. It has everything to do with my conclusion that when he said, I give up, I can't do this anymore, and he emptied out his emergency little pill and left that morning. Three days ago was, I think, when he came back. 3 days ago and 3 days and 10 years ago. I remember having bought a plant, and I had convinced myself that regardless of whether Brandon was going to come back or not, I was going to carry on. Getting a phone call saying, "Hey, love, if it's all right, I'm just going to coming home and live with you." And that was so nice. The house became a home. Unhealthy became a whole new resculpturing of life. But you know what? I didn't realize there were so many wounds that I carried, so many suspicions that I had. It's like I can't trust ... because every single person has done this to me. I don't think Mom intended my life to go like this. So at least, hopefully, Mom can reflect back and say, well, at least 2 out of the 3 kind of made it. 1 out of the 3 actually had a child. But the eldest of the family, who happens to be the one who carries the name, he failed utterly. He chose a mentor that abused him. A mentor that made him feel worse about himself than better. And then he had a recurring role from 2018 when I came to and had mental stuff where I was being tortured by something. And his name was Jay. As I was floating it, pulled back down, and I forgot what he did, but it was like, and then being put through a meat grinder, and then being put in front of a firing line, and then a grenade thrown at me, and my head chopped off. And then when that wasn't enough, I was like, okay, obviously torturing Kwa by killing him, hurting him is not working. It's not making him go back to the program. Giving him cyanide is not enough. Giving him whatever noxious gas is not enough. Sorry. And on my Facebook post, I usually close out and finish by saying, you know what, Kwa, if you get to see this a year later, on your memories, and you have a memory to look back on Facebook, and yay, you made it around the sun another 365 days, 525,600 minutes. I don't feel moved to say that this time in this video. And the unfortunate part is, it's not due to lack of trying. My baseline is happy. Terrence, you're wrong. My baseline is a big flaming queen, and I'm okay with that. Terrence, you're wrong. My baseline is I emote, I share my feelings in action words, because my lingua franca, my original tongue that I was taught, was Cantonese and Chinese. And in Chinese, feeling words are verbs. You stupid, dumbass excuse for a therapist. You have wounded certain people irreparably. And you know what? You don't really care. That's the fun part. That is your saving grace. You don't really care. So me doing well enough and you rewarding me towards the end of my time at the Integrated Life Center by saying, you know what? The next step is we're going to go ahead and I'll bring a football and we'll throw a football at each other and we'll talk about life and check in. No. You're making a lot of fucking assumptions. You stupid, dumbass therapist who was training interns to go, hey, take a look at this. Let me in front of the clients. Sorry, Mom was right. And I don't want to come back. I don't want to be reincarnated so that, Mom, you can come back. Mom's like, I've already been back. I don't know what she came back as, but she is going to wreak hell and havoc on America for the upbringing and the treatment of her son after she left. You all fucking fucked up and failed utterly from your lack of understanding of Chinese culture. The fact that I'm Generation 0, not Gen 1, I'm Gen 0. Arriving to the United States of America through Ellis Island. 1978, 79? 79 probably. And then within 6 months, it was too cold for Mom. So we flew out to Long Beach, California. And rented a house in Bellflower, California. For an expensive $100 to $200 a month, which, big money back then. And she rented that house until she died. Oh my God, Mom. How much money did you... 30 times what? You think Tom would be reasonable enough to go, lady, you've rented this house for 30 years. Here, I'm going to give you the deed to the house. But we're in America. So many assumptions made. And I have been given a gift. It's supposed to be sacred. I think I'm okay saying it. I'm kind of near meeting my maker kind of feeling anyway. I've had the privilege of getting to have conversations with felt sense, weird meditations with all the higher powers. And the one apparently that, the closure, not the closure, but the nirvana, the highlight of what higher power can be is Buddha. I'm like, what the hell? So I've been arguing with Buddha this whole time. I was like, you know what that's called in the world of therapy? It's called dissociation. No, I call it detached. It's like, no, dissociation. And then the whole remove the I because that is self, and then remove the want because that's desire. It's like, yeah, that's what's called humanity. That one actually looks in the mirror and goes, that's me. That's what makes us different from the rest of the species. They look in the mirror, it's like they see another animal. They don't recognize it themselves. So I challenge all that. But yet, I guess when one is a higher power, a non-corporeal being, whatever they are, they, it, whatever it is, how do you not feel if you don't have a heart and if you don't have a body that's tangible and perhaps they reproduce differently. I don't know. Whatever that higher power is. It's very interesting to have those dialogues. But the most important dialogue I had with that higher power when I threatened in 2018, when I came to, was like, okay, what in God's grace? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I had every intention of ending my life, and I came back. And I said, you better give me a damn good purpose. You know what the purpose is? It's so Harry Potter. Again, with Dumbledore. I'm supposed to basically, it has nothing to do with, finding meaning in this life. It's actually their curiosity of what is it like to live, to have a body, to have a finite life, to live in finite terms, to not be able to use more than a percentage of this brain matter we have. That they have superseded all that, and they are asking to be reminded of what it was like. And finding that intriguing. But the conclusion they have of us is unsalvageable. You cannot find a more imperfect, caring person sitting and talking to you right now. You cannot find a person who is more willing to stop and literally take the shirt off my back and give it to you if you're in need of that. And I have been on the receiving end of torture by self-righteous people who think they know better. That's a dang shame. So, it's okay. Apparently ramifications or repercussions are to be doled out upon my exit, because humanity has failed utterly. It's not even an Asian F. It's an American FF. It's like the single percentile out of 100%. I don't know what that means. What I do know is shit's going down. Not good. The Ring of Fire has come to life. Mother Nature has come to life. Shh. So I don't know. I know I'm doing this wrong, but I'm excited for all the content other people on YouTube and Insta and Facebook have shared. At the end of when one experiences loss of mobility, loss of autonomy, loss of use of certain things, the one thing that they crave more than anything else is the very thing that they've lost. So me turning 50, impotence is my operative, and that's been a big struggle. It's none of anyone's business, but people make it their business. How I cope is none of anyone's business within the confines of the walls of my home, and they've made it their own business, but by trespassing, breaking equipment, and basically telling me how to live. And all the higher powers, it's kind of like if you watch Rick and Morty, transdimensional TV, they have been watching. Some are like, yeah, others are like, but the majority, they're like, no. You know that show where all the planets kind of come together and they have like constant, and then the people who actually don't win the concert or the show, those big old heads, they just zap the planet and balance goes away. That's us. We're gonna be zapped away. So all of this is for nothing. I wish I sound like a completely crazy person. I kind of predicted that too. That I said I was either, if I'm lucky enough, I will have died. If not, because of how I cope and how people react and how the baseline of what normal looks like and coloring within the lines look like, coloring within the mental health line looks like, I will have been admitted into an institution and given Thorazine or whatever else and drooling on myself for the rest of eternity. To which Buddha will say, hey, Kwa, welcome to Nirvana, dude. You are completely detached. And that's the intention. I get to co-instruct mental health first aid to participants, and the question came up with, we notice there is a theme for people who have mental health issues, and the themes circulate and float around certain things. How many years has mental health services been in existence, and nobody stopped long enough to go, that is really weird? Why doesn't one person have cardboard boxes unfold themselves and have conversations with them, or the other one has little like chocolate babies, chocolate Hershey kisses, pop out little elephant rainbows for babies who are progeny, and then another person, where the letters in their lives are the people that they interact with? No, there are very, very specific string of themes. And not one provider, not one ethereal person, maybe there is, and they went ahead and pulled a Galileo, they pulled a whatever, and the church or whatever is like, no, blasphemy, silence that person, institutionalize them, give them medicine, because we cannot have anyone speak of the devil's talking to you, or they're telling you to hurt yourself and other, and yet there is a theme, and no one's willing to explore the possibility that losing one's mind means they've broken free from part of a structure of the mind and gone to a different place. We don't speak of such things. We medicate the person back to normal. We talk therapy and denounce, debunk. Baffling to me. I'm just grateful I'm able to, I have enough of hours in working in emotional health and wellness and mental health with clients on so many level issues, all the way from IPV to harm reduction, to trauma, to low self-esteem, and how do we meet a client, despite the fact that, many hundreds of sessions I've had with clients were specifically around HIV. Each of those 20-minute sessions were a lot more than just HIV. It's never just about HIV. And I got to hold space. I got to hear people share with me what they thought of themselves, or what other people told them how they should think of themselves and how they reacted. And some people bought it. And I was the person who got to say, hey, you're drinking that glass of water is very interesting. How's about I offer this glass of water? And let them walk out with both glasses and make a determination. But the unfortunate part with HIV counseling is a lot of the times you don't get to see the same client back. So it's one and done. And I'm like, I wonder how they're doing. But yeah, I have enough for all the LPCs, all the LCSWs. Oh boy, I am a little lack in practice. And right now I'm working at a job where I have a boss who literally has, intentional or not, her behavior, her words, how she interacts with me and the team continues to dismiss, discount, cut me out of feeling valued, feeling valuable, feeling like I can contribute. As a matter of fact, my name is not even mentioned anymore. Hey, I helped connect this volunteer. Yeah, la la la. Why don't you take that? Oh yeah, with this agency, that's the other coworker. time to take that. What about with this training? There was literally a conversation a month ago about STD training. Oh yeah, we don't have that capacity right now, but we're going to go ahead and find a resource. And the most recent one was my bitch ass boss. We're offering homeless services, and I missed out. I forgot I was busy with the client, and I missed out on that 1 hour training with homeless services. And as a result of that, that's been denied from me. So we have seen 2 to 3 clients. I think $30,000, 2 to 3 clients, and we have a whole bunch of money left because we've been basically trying to catch up to what the system is asking us to do. And one colleague just finished and is somewhat comfortable to have a conversation around, "Hi, how are you? Tell me about your situation. How can we meet your Maslow's hierarchy of needs?" Are you freaking kidding me? And then just learn how to enter stuff in the database. None of my business. Again, none of my business. And not that I've worked with multiple databases across many, many different... Oh, my stars. So I've asked multiple times and told, no, hold off. And we're at, what, last week? And the agency that provided us the sub grant basically said, you have a lot of money left. We're going to take some of it back. And apparently we're fighting it tooth and nail. It's like, it's not our money to begin with. And we failed in the work that we did and basically producing what we were supposed to promise. If we don't have the capacity, then we should not have accepted the grant. And if you have staff who are willing to get trained, who are 1,000% comfortable working with clients, working with databases, and be able to have the conversation and work with the database, and you don't train them, I had to finally say, hey, since this is sunsetting and apparently y'all seem to not be a fan of this because we have so much money in the agency already, can you just sneak me into the training so I can at least learn what the system, how the system works. So when I talk to clients about navigating homeless services, they will know where they are in the process with the case manager. So I can go, hey, this is where you are, and this is what you can say. This is how long it'll take. I'm just trying to help the client best navigate. We have so many clients in need, and we couldn't put a whole bunch of people in, at least in transitional housing, because we can only handle one. Some people were only able to handle one apiece. Not my business. I get it. Some people are just not made to do this work. And Leslie Almeida, God bless you. I'm so grateful for you. I've learned a little bit of each and everyone have taught me so much. She's like, Juan, in this situation, you gotta learn to detach, dude. In this role here, detach. Care enough, but move it along. All right, I've talked too long. I'm gone. This is my 3 minutes has gone way beyond the 16 minutes I usually talk. It's going into the 28-minute mark. So I don't even think YouTube's going to accept this. So anyway, I just want some of this legacy in there. And unfortunately, it's just going to be the ramblings of a person whose mental health has degraded to the point where he's just a bitter, dismissed, discounted individual. I have so many ideas and so many talents and so many opportunities that I can create for people. And right at this juncture, people's personalities and their arrogance is just so great that they're not willing to extend whatever for risk of you're going to create a liability. It's like, I don't know, helping 80 people and maybe 20 people might get pissed off. All right. I love you, Kwa. Maybe I'll see you August 16th, 2026. Fingers crossed. It's unlikely. It's unlikely.